Hello everybody, this is Olive Branch, and I'm joined once again by my good friend Maple Leaf. We're playing Night in the Woods. Maple Leaf, the vote did not go your way. We're not hanging out with B today.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm putting up with this.
Because Greg is just not your guy?
Because you wrote me into this and I can't say no, I don't want to be that kind of asshole.
Well, what makes you think Greg is going to commit crimes while we're hanging out with him?
The fact that he straight up said it?
Oh yeah, but that was then. This is now.
What would make this any different?
Well, maybe he just doesn't want to commit crimes today. I mean, it's a possibility.
I mean, I have no reason to expect that this would not be the case. Besides, whether or not Greg does anything good or bad, B is super cool and she's an alligator and she's a good influence on Mae and I want to hang out with her.
Yeah, but unfortunately for you, the threat is spoken. Greg has been lonely. He's like, I want to do something, and then everyone's like, oh, we gotta give Greg a chance. So today, we're gonna be hanging out with our good buddy Greg. Even though you think he's a bad influence, people just like him, I guess, because he's hyperactive.
Just because he straight up said, let's go break the law.
And then people are like, yeah, B's influence?
Okay.
Screw that.
Okay, think of it this way. Let's say that you're Mae's mom.
Yeah?
And you know Greg for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And the first thing Greg says to you is that he wants to go commit crimes with your daughter. Now, first of all, ignoring any, innuendos that might include, let's say that he means that literally and he just wants to go break the law somewhere. Would you be okay with that?
Well, of course not. If he just came out and said, I want to take your daughter and go commit crimes with her. But the thing is,
that is exactly what he said.
Yeah, but Mae wants to live her own life. I mean, her mom can't control that. Mae's life... behavior is something else.
Yeah, Mae's life has been make poor decisions with school, and has a history of violence. That's her life. And hanging out with Greg might be a bad influence. It might lead her back down on that path.
Like after coming back from school, the first thing she does is go commit crimes?
Yeah.
Well, good thing it wasn't the first thing we did. I mean, we did go out with B, we kind of got a bit more responsibility, but now I guess we're falling back on our own ways, riding a bike here, having a good time. A kit you can get off the internet. German me put it together.
Well, I don't know what sort of crimes that they can commit out here. Maybe a forest fire.
Smokey the Bear is very upset with us right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't done anything wrong yet.
Yet is the key word here, right?
Adults ride motorcycles.
Yeah. That's why he's like, we got a kid. I think the kid he's talking about is like he's getting like an electric bike thing, like a bike that can also be solar powered. You know, those motorized bikes go really fast nowadays.
You think? Like,
yeah.
all the motorized bikes I've seen, they're powered by lawnmowers, and I could probably outrun them.
No, I heard of one that's like solar powered. You can get like 50 kilometers an hour, pretty fast, like 30 miles. Doom, 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 doom. Greg is ready. Log bridge
to Valhalla.
Cross and die, mortal.
You're supposed to already be dead by the time you get to Valhalla.
Exactly. Mae is alive. That's why he's saying cross and die. You're not coming in here.
unless you're the Dragonborn. That's the one exception.
The one exception is Fuzurda, the way through. Remember when we used to knife fight?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, we stabbed each other. That's such a bad idea.
What, knife fighting?
Yeah, so dumb. Yeah, even Mae agrees. Well, Greg liked it.
Good.
So we're not going to commit crimes, but we're probably going to knife fight.
Oh yeah, now we're going to knife fight. That's good. This is how I wanted this to go.
This day is just getting better and better. Come get cut, Gregor.
Say goodbye to your fingers. Good. Okay.
Stab me once, shame on you. Stab me thrice, shame on yice.
Twice and me doesn't even rhyme.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, try that a little hard.
3 times stabbing. You ready? On guard.
Alright, let's
Get
fuck up
stabbed.
Greg. Good.
Get fucked, Greg. This game is a lot tougher than it seems.
I'd imagine.
And there were times I straight up was stabbing him, and see, it counts against me for some reason.
Well, he just got you first. It's all about the frame data.
Yeah, Greg's hit scan or hitboxes are much shorter than mine.
Alright, so that's good.
Unlike you, I'm not street trash.
Well, that's also a lie, though.
Greg agrees. You're trash wherever you go.
So that's how it is.
Let's keep stabbing.
Well, I mean, stop giving him all the material he needs.
Yeah, it's a bit like, have you ever played Curse of Monkey Island?
No.
Or The Secret of Monkey Island?
I
There was a... No, you have?
I can't say
Oh, okay.
say I have.
There was a mini game where you sword fought a guy, and literally the whole thing of the sword fighting was that you had to come up with the best quotes and quips, because they would insult you and you had to counter insult them back, and it would count as a hit. All right, let's go. Stabbing time. Hobo,
So what?
hobo fight.
Now the goal is just stab a whole lot?
Yeah, pretty much. Don't get stabbed more than him, basically. But I'm not doing so hot. See? Friggin'... It's a cheap ass. He read me. Hard read me.
Why don't you just not be bad at games, Olive Ridge?
Well, Maple Leaf, it's a bit harder than it seems, okay? No pity, Greg. No pity. See, my excuse is that Greg's reflexes are better than Mae's. I mean, Mae's been in college for 2 years. Not a lot of opportunity to go knife fighting with people in college.
Your excuse should be you shouldn't have one, you should just be beating him.
My excuse is Greg needs to just fucking get fucked.
Would you stop? Like, he's going in a pretty predictable pattern here, up and down. You just need to not be in his way.
And just counter stab him when he's above? Or like counter stab him after he stabs? That's what I tried later. It doesn't work that hot.
Well, not even that. You just need to not be in front of him. Like, he's clearly going up and down.
These two just don't learn.
Anyway, we're just stabbing each other in the hand over and over, so this is cool, I guess. This is who we wanted to hang out with.
See? He dodges. This is not as easy as Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers is not easy.
Oh yeah, says the guy who plays a pro.
I know, I would know.
Ah, fuck me, dude. I'm just getting stabbed repeatedly. Sure. Yeah, that would be me after one hit, dude.
Why would you even agree to this in the first place?
Because Mae and Gregg knife fight. That's what they do, man.
No, why would you agree to this?
What, knife fighting? I never would.
Yeah,
That's the point.
Yeah, you said that you would be reacting like that after one hit.
Exactly.
Which means that you would have agreed to it in the first place.
No, if someone went at me with a knife and stabbed me in the hand, I would not want to... That's how I'd be like, oh my god, stay away from me. It's a fucking knife. Also, they better get some tetanus boosters after this. Jesus Christ.
Why are we still stabbing each other?
Because we're not pussies. We're gonna do this until Gregg quits. Or until I quit. I mean, there's only so many knife wounds you can take before you're like, you know what, I'm done.
Alright.
Psych. One last time. Prepare to die.
So this is Greg's idea of a good time, I guess.
Greg's idea of a good time is violence and crimes. Mae's a lot tougher than you can give her credit, though. I mean, Jesus Christ. How many times did she stab? Like 11, 12 times?
Well, same for him. Same with Gregg.
Okay, geez, done. Yeah, we lose this duel.
You do suck.
Screw you. You wouldn't last a day on the streets.
Neither would he, probably.
Yeah. Also, are you okay?
From all the blood that she lost getting stabbed in the hand by supposedly her best friend.
There's a qualification of best friend, my friend.
Well,
define best. Define best.
I suppose you would have to be fairly close together if you would trust each other in a friendly, quote-unquote, knife fight like this one.
I think they were going at it pretty hard. I don't think they were pulling back on their stabbing.
No, it would nonetheless require a modicum of trust, a decent one, to give your friend a knife and then say, we're going to knife fight and we're going to stab each other a couple times and I'm going to trust you.
Not to slice my finger off.
Yeah, to not get me in a vein or something.
We just stabbed each other. Let's break this log.
This is what we voted for.
You sound so disappointed.
I wanted to... Well, my vote was for B, first of all. And yeah, I wanted to hang out with her because she's a better person.
You think Gregg is just a bad person all around, huh?
He stabbed us how many times?
Well, let's be fair. Mae agreed to do this. I mean, me as a player...
We agreed to do this.
Yeah, maybe we didn't, but Mae did. So that says something about Mae, not us.
How does that not say anything about us?
I
had the option.
I have nothing to do with this. I'm the one who said, you guys vote for it.
You didn't have to host a vote at all. You could have just said, nah, we're doing B.
This is the all B run all the time.
You coulda.
Coulda, but didn't, because, you know, it's more fun this way. It's more fun to see people like, maybe we made a bad choice.
Do you think we made a bad choice?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You'll see. Have you ever had that feeling? Like, if you're walking through the woods and you see something like a rotten tree or ice, you pick up a rock, do you have to break it? You just feel like you have to smash it up?
No, I have never in my life felt that.
I felt that a couple times. I wasn't sure if it was just because it's like, hey, that thing is rotten, let's see what it feels like, you know? But Gregg's idea is that it feels like it's different now.
It's...
He wants to leave his mark on the world.
Breaking a rotten tree is a good start, is it?
Well, you know, it's a way to be like, I have been here and I have changed it, you know? For people who don't feel like anything, I imagine that if they even that small amount of interaction with the world around them will say, I did it. I changed, like Mae is saying here, I changed them. I changed the setting.
Do you think that's Gregg's case, that he doesn't feel anything?
He doesn't feel like he's affecting anything?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, let's be fair, the guy thinks he's inevitably going to go to jail.
Well, he wouldn't go to jail if he were a better person.
Do you think Gregg is a good person?
He just challenged Mae to a knife fight.
That's an answer. That's the answer. He's not a good person. They used to do it as kids, too, so... Maybe even from the beginning he was rotten. But Gregg rules, okay?
According to Gregg. What the fuck is that?
I was more worried the fact that he has a crossbow.
I've come to expect anything from Gregg.
He's just like, I have knives. I have a crossbow.
He got on his bike and he pedaled us out to the middle of the woods so we could fight with knives. Him having a crossbow does not surprise me at all. Whatever the fuck that thing is. It's
like an owl, reindeer, turkey.
It caught me off guard. What isn't fun about this thing? Everything? No.
What? Crossbow? Crossbows?
No. No, what isn't fun about this thing? The answer is nothing.
I think he's talking about hunting and crossbows, not the target. Have you ever been hunting?
I've held hunting weapons, but no, I have never actually killed anything.
Nah, neither have I. I've never gone hunting in my life. And Mae says, Granddad never invited me to go hunting, and I figure, you know what? Mae would be the kind of person who would probably like to hunt. And the fact, just because she's a girl doesn't mean that she wouldn't be annoyed for not being invited.
Well, Granddad was raised in a different time.
Yeah, he was a very traditional man. You think he would have liked it? Yeah, Mae the destructive criminal.
Just buck hunting, like taking a gun and shooting an animal and taking its life. That sounds like something Mae would be into.
Season starts day after tomorrow. Hey, we get a chance to do it.
Oh, I bet that might be a thing that we can do with Gregg.
Go hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Mae saying, I would like to have an asked at least, just so she can say no. You want to shoot this guy?
Well, whatever it is, it's clearly fake. I hope.
It is fake.
Okay, good.
It's not moving at all. What's going on there? The forest god. Oh, great, we're shooting the god now. That's great.
That doesn't look anything like the character from Princess Mononoke. Like in the story, Princess Mononoke?
Yeah? The forest god was something much different, eh? You just stuck a bunch of targets and decoys together, yes?
Have you not seen that movie?
Oh, I have seen it. I have watched it.
Okay, good.
You work, bang, bang, with what you got. Oh, there it is. That's just a fake stuffed target. You want to shoot it, dude?
Well...
yes. Of course I want to shoot the damn thing. You got a crossbow.
Shoot over your head. That sounds like a good idea. There's
William
no way
Tell.
this can go wrong.
Gregg has no response. Dude.
That sounds awesome!
Sounds great! Okay, fine. Give me it. Give me the friggin' crossbow. That's not me, by the way. It's the game's actually, like, bobbing and weaving on its own because Mae's a weakling. She can't friggin' hold a crossbow up.
Make sure you pull back before you release the trigger.
Not at me. Don't shoot at Gregg.
Have you ever held a rifle or like a BB gun or anything like that?
I've held BB guns and I've fired a handgun before at range, but never an actual rifle.
Alright, I've fired an actual rifle a couple times.
It's got that kickback, huh?
For me, it wasn't really that bad. Yeah, there was a kickback to it. My aim was really bad because I was intentionally aiming a little high.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought the bullet would fall faster than it did.
It's not like an arrow, though. Bullets go pretty straight. Headshot! Got it right in the head. Right in the brain.
You definitely have the option to shoot the birds.
Should go for a body shot. Hunt that beast!
So if you're hunting for food, you want to shoot it in the head. But if you're hunting for the trophy, you want to shoot it in the heart.
Ooh. Is it because you keep the head all nice and pristine, right?
Yeah, you keep the head so you can stuff it and put it somewhere.
I got 2 headshots on it.
And it's not going to look very good if you shoot it in the head and then try to keep that as a trophy.
Now, I figured I was going to shoot the birds, but I figured, no, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to let Mae kill an innocent creature. Dude, you brained it. 3 in the head.
I wish you would stop looking at us.
It's like, are you shooting at me right now? Really? You just hit me 3 times. You're going to keep shooting at me? I missed.
Sure went far.
Quantity over quality. That's Mae's idea. Spray and pray. I figure for my final shot, hunt it. I decide, you know what? I'm actually going to go for a bird.
All
See
right.
if Mae has anything to say. Turns out I missed. And it's a good idea too because Mae's run out of bulls, so otherwise I probably would have kept shooting at the birds. Probably wouldn't have bagged one though.
The birds were awfully calm about all those gunshots ringing out.
I imagine that a crossbow's shot wouldn't be that as loud as a gun explosion, as a gun kicking back.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that this is a crossbow.
Vampires of Possum Springs. They're out there. Shiny teeth. More like pointy teeth.
You know, the modern definition of a vampire has changed drastically.
Yeah, that's true enough. They sparkle now.
Yeah.
Enough shooting for one day. That means we get to shoot more later. Yay! Sorry about shooting there, Forest God. But you know, didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
So.
Okie doke. So this is the part where we get all philosophical with Gregg, I bet.
What made you think that?
Just the setting.
Yeah, you got a good point. Like a nice little river, or a pond rather.
Hmm.
2 birds in it.
Both of them having calmed down, gotten all their excitement out with the knife fight and with shooting stuffed creepy animals.
Shooting stuffed targets, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be nosy, but you seem a little up and down today.
What could have given Mae that idea? It's a thing.
So Greg's depressive too. He's got mood swings.
No. I'm gonna say no.
I'm a good person, right?
No. I mean, if those were the only 2 options I were given, I'd be going with the second one.
Well, I decide Mae's his friend. She's not gonna say something negative to him. Sure, he's a good person. See, that's why I was asking, what do you think Gregg is? Like, you kept saying he's a bad person, He seems to agree with you.
I don't think good people would be taking their best friends out to the forest and then stabbing them repeatedly. That's just one thing. A good person would not be inviting another person out to commit crimes. A good person would not be...
Would not be Gregg.
A good person would not be all of those things. More importantly, a good person I don't think would be too concerned with whether or not they're a good person because they would know that they are a good person.
I see. So they'd be self-confident that they know they're good.
If you think that you're a good person, then yeah, like there's no questions that need to be asked. But if you're so worried that you're a good person, then have that reflect in your actions. And you know, handing a person a knife and telling them let's fight with them, not necessarily the most self-assured or most confident thing a good person would do.
Let's not forget though, Gregg did not say let's knife fight. Mae was the one who brought up knife fighting, and then Gregg said I happen to have 2 knives, and then Mae said let's do it. So Mae is the one who's probably not a good person.
Well, they're both pretty shitty. We've come to accept that Mae is a pretty shitty person, but...
Have we really?
Just from... I think we have, from everything that we've seen so far. What makes you think that Mae might be a good person?
Remorse?
What remorse has she felt?
Well, none yet, you're right. You got a good point there. She seems to have an ear out for everybody, though, at least. She's a very social person.
Sure, she's social, but that doesn't mean she's a good person.
True enough. At least we know that Gregg is very afraid of losing Angus. That's his biggest fear.
And to be fair to Gregg, you can still be a good friend while also not being a good person, I guess. Angus... I know nothing about Angus, actually.
We know that he's a very kind of awkward, introverted kind of guy who loves computers. And he honestly loves Gregg for who he is. I ask if he's doing all right because it's like I don't want to put more pressure on Gregg to say I'm worried about it. Worried about what? Oh, if they have some arguments, that's normal, dude. As relationships get older, grow, you know, arguments start popping up.
I mean, hell, we've been arguing for the past 4 episodes.
Stuff. Well, we're not lovers though. These two are.
What?
Like, when we're talking about, they're not just friends, dude. Angus and Gregg are romantic partners. So, arguments between romantic partners and friends are not the same thing.
Did I miss that?
Miss what?
That they're gay lovers for each other?
They just call each other boyfriend, girl. Like, they've been calling each other boyfriend for the past, like, 10 episodes. They live together. They go to parties together. They sleep together. I stare at the ceiling, and I think about how I'm a complete piece of shit. Wow, Gregg. Gregg. Calm down, dude. Gregg is just like, I think you're good. Well, coming from Mae, that doesn't sound very sincere. And Angus is good. That's more sincere. Angus is good.
Yeah. We know so little
nice,
about
smart,
Angus.
hot, cool dude.
Hot and cool?
He's hot. He's down to chill. Get some Netflix in there. Some wine. Etc.
Alright. Weird joke.
And you know, he's got that ass.
Alright, yeah, there you go.
If you weren't worried about them not being dating, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic ass, right?
You had to be a little more explicit about it.
Angus does not strike me as the guy who would have a nice ass, but hey. I'm not comfortable with you objectifying my boyfriend.
What is your criteria for a nice ass?
Only his ass. My criteria? Well, it has to be, well, round but not flabby. Angus seems like he's a flabby kind of dude. He's got a big fat ass. Maybe that's what Gregg is into. He just likes that ass, you know? Also, some slight firmness would be nice.
You want some pushing for the
Cushion for the pushing? Nah, no. Probably worried about nothing. So on top of his, like I said, on top of his criminal tendencies and enabling tendencies, Gregg is also a manic depressive.
Gregg's just a mess.
Everyone's a mess. You know, everyone's a mess kind of in this game.
Bee's not a mess.
Well, Bee's mess is that she's just apathetic to everything. She's extremely like, I don't care about anyone. And she's hurt. She's a hurt person because she's lost her family and she's just tired and sick all the time from work.
Those look like swans.
No, swans are smaller than that.
No, they're not. They are huge.
Hey, bird! They should call Mae's dad here. He would know.
The northern dump fowl. Where would Possum Springs be?
I think someone said that they figure it's like the Midwest, but in the northern part.
Okay.
Do you want me to make something up? Yeah. Yes, they fly south, Gregg.
That's real good.
They get away from this city. This pit of despair known as Possum Springs.
You know, birds aren't taught to fly south.
No, it's a pure instinct.